Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. I'm your host, Ricky Tabruggi, and joining me tonight in substituting for Ashley Duff is Kent Williams. Thank you for joining us tonight, Kent.
Hi, thank you
Ashley,
for having me.
you're welcome. Ashley wanted me to apologize to everybody for not being able to make it tonight and wanted me to let everybody know she'll definitely be back this coming Tuesday night's show. So be watching for her on Tuesday night. Here we got some pretty bumpy weather out your way there, Kent.
Yeah, we've tornadoes out south and west of us here, and some high wind going on. It'll be an interesting evening out south of Bush, Kansas. We'll see
Yeah, I was
how it
telling
goes.
I was telling the producer earlier it hadn't done much of nothing here in Salina. Just had some rumbles of thunder this morning, some rain, and that was about it.
I saw maybe some tornadoes out by Lawrence, up in northeast Kansas as well this morning. So interesting weather across Kansas.
Yeah, and everybody in those areas, be careful. And if you're
Yeah.
not sheltered, you might want to think about it.
Yeah.
Don't want to see anybody get hurt in these tornadoes out there. All right. So I think, Kent, you're going to start us off with the first case tonight.
So tonight we have Jaden Xhosa Kiki Namayu.
I'm not
He's
sure. I don't know if it's Namau or Namu. I'm not sure.
Namau or Namu. He was police are hoping to track him down. He was a runaway last seen in northeast Kansas, up in Olathe, Kansas. He has been missing since April 12th of 2020 from the Johnson County Youth and Family Service Center in Olathe. It is believed Jaden could be with another teenage boy or girl. He is 5'9", 185 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Jaden's disappearance, please call the Olathe, Kansas Police Department at 913-782-0720 or the KBI, Kansas Bureau of Investigation, at 785-296-4017.
And it's also believed that here they may also be either in the Olathe area or possibly the Topeka area as well.
Yeah. And again, it's with a teenage girl or boy. They believe he may be with age 16 years old.
Yeah. So, Jaden, if you're out there, buddy, reach out to somebody and let them know you're safe and let them know where you're at.
Yeah. Family is looking forward to hearing from you and moving on in a bright way for you. So reach out and let somebody know that you're okay, Jaden.
Definitely. All right. Next one we're going to get into will be Randy Leach. Been wanting to do this one for some time, but I had to do some research to make sure I had all my research in a row here. Randy had been missing from Linwood, Kansas since April 15th, 1988. He was 17 years old when he went missing. He'd now be 49. 6'3", 220 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes. He was reported missing on April 16th. He had a 12:30 curfew at the time he vanished, and he always usually honored it. He left his home at about 6:30 in the evening to attend a friend's pre-graduation party in a rural area 5 miles east of their residence on April 15th, 1988. Before arriving at the party, he stopped at Stout's convenience store and purchased some candy, a soda, and some gas. He then talked to some friends and went to DeSoto to check on the car he'd been restoring, which was a 1969 Candy Apple Red Ford Mustang. As a result of these errands, Randy did not arrive at the party until between 9:30 and 10 o'clock that evening. His parents did not realize that he hadn't come home until they woke up at 6 in the morning on April 16th. At first, they thought maybe he'd been in an accident, and they called one of his friends who said she hadn't heard from him. Randy's parents then contacted the police. Investigators went to the site of where the party was at, and it had already been cleaned up, and there was no evidence to be found. Witnesses at the party believe that Randy departed between 1:15 and 2 o'clock in the morning, but no one actually saw him leave. At the time he was last seen, witnesses were saying that he was too drunk to walk straight. Apparently, Randy left driving his mom's gray four-door 1985 Dodge sedan with Kansas license plate LVJ8721. He never returned home and has not been heard from again. Uh, he was carrying about $50 to $60 cash at the time that he disappeared, and the vehicle that he was driving, that Dodge sedan, has never been located either. If you have any information regarding his disappearance, you can call Leavenworth County Sheriff's Office at 913-682-5724 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. I was just recently going through an NBC article that came out a few days ago, and it pretty much covered everything that I just covered. Uh, Over the years, there's been all kinds of rumors and speculation and regarding his disappearance, and just really hoping that if there's somebody out there that attended the party that night or saw Randy leave or something can call the sheriff's office or KBI and give them some insight on what they know to maybe help progress this case to a direction that they can find out what happened to him. As I know, his parents, they've gone to court and they've sued to try to get the police to show them the files of what they have, and they were unsuccessful in doing that. And they're just really wanting to know, where the investigation stands and what happened to Randy before they pass on. And they're getting up there in their golden years, and I know they would really love to have answers on what happened to Randy.
Yeah, there was this case has had some interesting twists and turns. I know there were in '93, 3 had been arrested for it. And I believe an acquaintance had found a severed foot next to a river here in Kansas in '89 as well. Wasn't his. So he's been declared legally dead as of 2002. It's an interesting case, partying with a bunch of friends and, no one seen him leave and we haven't located the vehicle either. So yeah, if you have any information regarding Randy's case, please reach out to the Leavenworth County Sheriff's Office or the KBI and at least help Randy's parents find some closure.
Definitely, because I know it's been something they've been wanting for it's been over 30 years, like 32 years now, and
Yeah,
they're just wanting answers. They want to know before they pass on what happened.
yeah,
And hopefully we can help bring him closer to that. Hopefully with getting his case out there tonight.
yep, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Okay,
Yeah,
so
let's hope so. No
next
matter how
on,
small of a piece of information you think it might be, don't
right,
hesitate to call it in because it could be huge for investigators.
yeah, or even just calling and recanting the evening. If you were there, you might or something that you didn't remember.
Yeah.
Just right after, because it is a shocking experience, I would think. With a bunch of friends and a buddy go missing.
You're welcome, Kimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, there were.
I hope that Shannon Marie saying, hope they get answers. We hope they do too. That's why we're
Yeah.
getting this case out there again.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. So next on our list tonight is Sylia Pointies. She went missing from Topeka, Kansas, here just recently, May 16th of 2020. She is 16 years of age. She is 5'7" in height, weighs 180 pounds, dark brown hair, dark brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Sylia, please contact the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9247 or 785-368-9551 or 785-368-9200 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. So this is a recent case here.
Right. Yeah, and the only other really piece of information that we can add to it that I was given was that Sylia may have been wearing a black hoodie and gray Nike gym shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have any information regarding Sylia, please contact somebody and let them know. She's 16 years old. She's got lots of family and friends out there that are desperately wanting to know that she is okay.
Yes. All right. And again, no matter how small of a piece of information you may have, don't hesitate to call it in. It may just be the thing that get these people found.
Yeah,
I can't
absolutely.
stress that enough. I know I say it a lot, but I can't stress it enough. It's very important. All
All
right.
right.
And if you guys have any questions or any other comments or anything, feel free to put them down there, and the producer make sure we see them. And then if we don't get
Yeah.
to them on screen, I definitely look at them after the show and respond to them after the show.
Yeah. And please join the Facebook page and share the flyers out. Any little thing that you can do to help these families find their missing loved ones, we sure would appreciate as well.
Definitely. All right, and we're going to move on to Darienne Hudson. I had the pleasure of speaking with her mom this evening. Darienne's missing from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Been missing since October 22nd, 2017. She was 23 when she went missing. She would now be 26. Um, she was suspected to be missing after not showing up for work. She was in the process of moving back to Wichita when she went missing. Her family and friends said that she doesn't have a vehicle and that she might be suffering from a mental health crisis, and that stems from right before she went missing. She had suffered a miscarriage. She had broken up
Mm-hmm.
with her boyfriend, and she had lost her
Yeah.
cherished dog. Other information that I have that I've been able to confirm with family was that let's see. Like I said, she went missing on October 22nd, 2017. Her parents did go down to her home when they found out she was missing. When they got there, the door was open, the light was on, there were dishes in the sink, but there was no obvious signs of foul play. Darienne's cell phone and her other belongings were left behind at her home, and her parents reported her missing on October 28th. About a month after Darienne was last seen, a man tried to use her credit card at a hotel in Oklahoma City, and the police were alerted. They traced the man, who said he found the card in a purse he stole from a construction site in Stillwater. The St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church, which was being built at McElroy Road and Country Club Road, northwest of town. Man said he had seen Darienne's purse hanging from a drainage pipe and took it. The police visited the construction site and spoke to numerous workers there, two of whom said they had seen a woman matching Darienne's description on October 26, 4 days after her initial disappearance. The woman was sitting on the ground in a wooded area south of the church. When the two workers went to check on her, she just looked at them blankly. They told their boss, and a group of workers went to talk to the woman again, but again she wouldn't speak to them. A resident who lives east of the church saw the same woman later that day emerging from the woods and talking to his grandchildren. Another nearby resident saw the woman sitting on construction equipment on the evening of October 26th, acting as if she was waiting for someone to give her a ride. There were no other sightings, but a search of the area with canines and drones turned up Darienne's sweatshirt and her wallet. Um, prior to her disappearance, she was working as a server at Chili's restaurant on Perkins Road for about 2 years. And to kind of recap a little bit, she had recently suffered a miscarriage. She'd broken up with a boyfriend and lost her cherished dog. On October 21st, she told her parents she wanted to move back in with them in Wichita, Kansas, and they said she could. But again, she didn't have a vehicle at the time that she disappeared. And as I mentioned, I did have a chance to visit with Darienne's mom for a little while, or for a while before the show, and we had a nice little visit. And one of the things she told me, she just wanted everybody to know that Darienne was a loving, good-hearted person. She trusted everyone. She would do whatever she could to help someone in need, and she was funny, always joking, and she had a smile that would light up the room. And I wanted to make sure I got that in there because looking at Darienne's picture on her flyers and stuff, she has a very bright, pretty smile. And hopefully, getting
Mm.
her case out there tonight, we can help get her found.
Yeah, and the tattoo on the shoulder says "Birds
Yes,
feather flock together,"
yes,
and has six. It looks like doves there, or five doves with the feather.
yeah,
She nicknames and D Baby. Um,
hmm,
she's out there. She previously worked as a server.
yeah,
She loved to play softball. I believe she attended Langston University and played softball there as well. So if you know anything about Darienne or her whereabouts, it's possible that she just be um, out walking and may not know exactly what the mental issues
Right.
experiencing who she is. So D baby Darienne, please contact the Stillwater, Oklahoma Police Department or the tip line at 4057428327.
And you can call their other number at 405-742-8357 or their dispatch number at 405-372-4171 as well.
Yeah.
Again, no matter how small of a piece of information you think that you might have, please call it in. It may just be what they need to turn the investigation around.
Yeah. It yeah, it's unfortunate, that there were so many sightings there so early, and she was able to get away on this one.
Yeah. It's very odd. And talking to her mom earlier, she was saying that it was just unusual that
Mm-hmm.
with the way Darian was acting at the construction site, that nobody made a phone call to police and say, hey, you know,
Yeah.
um, we have a female here. She doesn't seem to be acting quite right. Can you come out and check on her? That's all it would have took.
Yeah.
Um, there was some speculation maybe some of the workers were undocumented illegals, possibly.
Okay.
That notwithstanding, the bosses surely could have made that phone call as well. They were notified of
Exactly.
what was going on. So, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. It's quite unfortunate. So
so,
again, please visit the Kansas Missing and Unsolved Facebook page. Leave a
mhm,
comment on any of the posts. Please share the posts. Get those flyers out there. It goes, a lot of these cases are old and cold, and it's
yeah,
important for the family to know that people haven't forgotten about um,
definitely.
their loved ones.
So you're out there in Garden City,
Yes,
and
sir.
that was where the Clutter case took place.
Yeah, quite famous for that here, Holcomb,
Yeah,
Kansas. It's about 50 miles west of where I'm at here.
talk about an old case.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
The movie that had just come out. Oh gosh, it's been 10 years now, probably.
Now, wasn't
There's
that the one
Capote.
that Truman Capote wrote the book on, In Cold
Correct,
Blood?
in Cold Blood.
Yeah,
And there's a picture of Capote and I believe his wife. And we have the Clutter victims here on Nancy on top there, and I can't remember the son's name off the top of my head, but
as
yeah,
many true crime books as I've read, I have not read that one yet. I need to
oh
read that.
really? Um, it's an interesting story. Obviously, it was pretty captivating for the nation, especially at the time.
Yeah,
We
very
were.
brutal.
It was a very brutal crime.
Yeah,
I went to school with a kid that his aunt had one of the sisters that over for the evening, staying the night, and so she survived anyhow. And just his story, or her story, it's just heartbreaking. To lose your
yeah,
entire family that way.
yeah.
But it's been the house gets lots of. It was just recently up for sale again, and I believe the new owners are going to kind of restore it to its former glory. And you know,
Is that a case that people still talk about over there?
oh yeah, all the time. I don't think you can. Well, if we travel out of town, if we say in Cold Blood or the Clutter, then, people can say, "Oh, that's where you're from." Okay, so
Yeah,
um, yeah, it's something that people still talk about. Dwayne West is still around, and once in a while he'll come out and speak about it.
yeah,
A prosecutor for the case, and the history at the courthouse, and Capote, just the stories that you hear from different people on his mannerisms. He was a bit eccentric, I think, and the townspeople really didn't get along with him too well. But yeah, it's a really interesting story.
Yeah. Yeah. At least they got the guy. I believe, if I remember correctly, both guys were arrested and they were executed
Yes.
eventually. Yeah.
Yep. Tried here in Finney County.
Yeah.
So
I will have to get that book and read it though.
yeah, it's the story of a rich farmer, and farmers, as we know, really aren't cash rich. They're asset rich. And there was a large confusion about that back then, and those guys came out and were unpleasantly. Their spoils weren't as much as they thought they was going to be.
Yeah, that's one I do want to cover as well. Alicia's saying Kansas missing and unsolved, the unsolved murder of Lori Heimer in rural Assyria. I do want to cover that one. I kind of want to get with family with about that first before I actually do it. But yeah, I do want to cover that one.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any new developments or anything that I haven't heard about.
Yeah, Matthew, I believe that's correct as well. They were the last two executed in the state of Kansas. Hung.
The last two by hanging, wasn't it?
Yeah, hanging in Topeka.
Wow. It's hard to believe they actually used to do that for corporal punishment.
Yep.
That's crazy. Or capital punishment. Or is it corporal or capital? I don't remember.
Dakota.
Yeah.
Dakota Miller.
Juliana Xhosa, are you referring to Lori Heimer?
Let's see here.
I've made several flyers for Lori Heimer's case since it happened, and I've been at fundraisers with the family and stuff like that. And so I've spoken to, I think, all of them now, all the sisters and the dad.
This is Dakota Chaplain Lee Miller. He went missing from Valley Center, Kansas, April 11th of 2019, 16 years old.
Who is that one?
Dakota Chaplain Lee Miller.
Oh, okay.
16 years old, 6 foot tall, 120 pounds, was sandy colored hair.
It's got basically pretty much what I need there. I'll just need to see if I can get some photos. The law enforcement agency that has the case and their case number, and I can get a flyer made up.
Yeah. It's like a light complected kid with sandy colored hair, blue eyes.
Okay. All right. All right. Should we recap?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you take it away with Jaden again.
Okay, we've got Jaden.
That one. I guess I didn't know Jaden or Jaden. I found out it was Jaden.
Yes, Jaden Na Mai. He is being sought after by the Johnson or Olathe Police Department. Let's see, he is missing from Olathe, Kansas, April 12th of 2020, age 16. It's believed he might still be in the Olathe area with a teenage boy or girl. If you have any information on Jaden, please call the Olathe, Kansas Police Department at 913-782-0720 or the KBI at 785-296-4017.
Yeah, so any piece of information you might have, send it on.
Yeah.
And again, he's, as Kent mentioned, he's believed to be with either a juvenile male or female. They still may be in Olathe, or they may have gone to Topeka.
Yes.
So keep your eyes open in Topeka as well.
Do they have a lot of runaways in the Olathe area?
I'm not
Ricky?
sure. I've done a few, but not that many. I primarily do a lot in Wichita
Hmm.
and a number in Topeka.
Yeah, yeah. It's as a parent myself, it's absolutely would be crushing not to know where your child is.
Right.
And Jaden, if you're listening, please reach out to somebody and just let them know that you're okay.
Yeah, I've got two teen daughters myself, and they're a handful.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah, 15-year-old boy myself, and he keeps me on my toes. And then I have a younger one as well, so best of both worlds, I guess.
Yeah,
Preteen
definitely.
and a teen.
Yeah. All right. Let's recap Randy Leach here. He went missing from Linwood, Kansas, April 15th, 1988. He was 17 when he went missing.
Hmm.
He would now be 49, 6'3", 220 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes. He left his home about 6:30 in the evening to attend a friend's pre-graduation party in a rural area 5 miles east of their residence. Before arriving at the party, he stopped at Stout's convenience store and purchased some candy, some soda, and some gas. He talked to some friends, and then he went to DeSoto to check on a car he was restoring, a 1969 candy apple red Ford Mustang. As a result of these errands, he did not arrive at the party until between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. Um, his parents didn't realize he was missing until they woke up at 6 in the morning on April 16th. They first thought he had been in a car accident and called one of his friends who said she hadn't heard from him. Randy's parents then contacted police. Investigators went to the site of the party and it had already been cleaned up, no evidence to be found. Witnesses believe that Randy departed between 1:15 and 2 in the morning, but no one actually saw him leave. At the time he was last seen, he was reportedly too drunk to walk straight. They said he apparently left driving his mom's gray four-door 1985 Dodge sedan with Kansas license plate number LVJ 8721. He never returned home, has not been heard from again. The car that he was driving has not been found either. And at the time of his disappearance, he was only carrying about $50 to $60 on him. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Randy Leach or if you know of his whereabouts, call the Leavenworth County Sheriff's Office at 913-682-5724 or KBI at 785-296-4017. And please, if you have anything, please call it in so we can help Randy's mom and dad get some closure to this situation.
Yeah, and even the KBI investigators, I believe on this one was Timothy Dennis. 32 years is a long time, and it's the ones he said, as quoted to saying, it's the ones you don't solve are the ones that haunt you most. And so
Any
this would.
I was just saying, any tips you want to submit anonymously, you can go to kansascrimestoppers.com and submit your tips anonymously there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All
Sorry, I
right.
didn't mean to step on you there, Ken.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm just going with the flow. This is a new one for me, but I'm happy to
Yeah.
be here, and hopefully somebody maybe sees this and knows somebody, and
Yeah.
we can reunite some lost family.
Right. All
It's a
right.
tough one.
Mm-hmm. And should we cover Celia again?
Yeah, we've got this Sylia Pointies, age 16, missing from Topeka, Kansas. She is 5'7", in height, weighs around 180 pounds, dark brown hair and eyes. Not a lot of information out there on this one. She is, again, May 16th, so about 5 days now. If you have any information on Sylia, please drop a line at the Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9247 or 785-368-9551 or 785-368-9200 or the KBI at 785-296-4017.
Yeah. Yeah. Please let's help get her found and brought back home where she belongs.
Yeah,
So I'm sure
absolutely.
she's got family that are worried, sick, and missing her.
Yeah. Again, the KBI's phone number is listed just here below us at 785-296-4017. Or you can go to crimestoppers.com to get more, kansascrimestoppers.com to get more information about any of these cases and more, and www.1800runaway.org for more information as well.
Yes, please. Definitely.
And
Okay, let's move on to Darienne real fast. Not real fast, but let's do Darienne again here.
mhm.
Darienne went missing from Stillwater, Oklahoma, October 22nd, 2017. She was 23 when she went missing. She'd be 26 now. She was 5'3", 120 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Uh, let's see. I'm
She
gonna
was
find
thought
her.
to be in the process of moving to Wichita, Kansas at
Yeah.
the time of her disappearance. Was last seen in a wooded area around a construction site,
Mm-hmm.
and a couple of different times the construction workers said that she may have been disoriented. There were some. The family believes there may have been some mental issues going on with Darienne at the time of her disappearance. She had suffered a miscarriage. Her and her significant other had separated. And what was the other one, Ricky?
She had lost her cherished dog.
Lost a cherished dog. So, lots of life changing things happened all at once. And,
Yeah.
families worried that,
Yeah, could have very easily overwhelmed her and
yes,
reached a breaking point possibly.
yeah, absolutely.
There's also information that about a month after she was last seen, a man tried to use her credit card at a hotel in Oklahoma City, and the police were alerted. They traced the man who said he found the card in a purse he stole from a construction site in Stillwater. The St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church was being built at the time at McElroy Road and Country Club Road, northwest of town. He
Mhm.
said he had seen Darien's purse hanging from a drainage pipe, and he took it. As you mentioned, the police did visit the construction site and spoke to numerous workers who said they had seen her. On October 26th, she was sitting on the ground in a wooded area south of the church. When the two workers went to check on her, she looked at them blankly. They told the boss about it, and a group of workers went to talk to her again, but she wouldn't speak. A resident who lives east of the church saw the same woman later that day emerging from the woods and talking to his grandchildren. Another nearby resident saw the woman sitting on construction equipment on the evening of the 26th, acting as if she was waiting for someone to give her a ride. There
Yeah.
were no other sightings after that, but a search of the area with dogs and drones turned up her sweatshirt and her wallet. So,
Mhm.
so if anybody has any information regarding Darien's disappearance, please call Stillwater, Oklahoma Police Department at 405 742 8357, or the department's tip line at 405 742 8327, or their dispatch at 405 372 4171. And again, speaking with her mom today, she just wanted me to really reiterate that Darian was a loving, good-hearted person.
Mhm.
She trusted everybody. She would do whatever she could to help somebody in need. She was
Yeah.
always funny, always joking around, had a smile that would light up the room.
Yeah.
And to hear that, gives me a better insight the kind of person that Darian was. And again, like I said, just looking at the picture on the flyer, she just had a really bright, beautiful smile.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see
Absolutely.
her be found.
Yeah, and she may be working as a server somewhere. She did use the names D and D Baby as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So please, if you have any information at all regarding Darian, reach out to any of the numbers listed below, or visit the
We're
websites
going
there.
to touch on Dakota Miller again, missing from Valley Center, Kansas. Been missing since April 11th, 2019. 16 years old, 6 foot tall, 120 pounds, sandy colored hair, blue eyes. If you have any information that could help the case, contact Valley Center Police Department at 316-755-7325, or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800 The Lost, or 1-800-573-8456.
Yeah, he's a
And now that I see his picture, we were talking about him a little earlier, and now that I see his picture, I do have a flyer up for him. I'll just
Okay.
have to reshare it.
Yeah, and again, if you're watching this show, please share flyers off of Kansas Missing and Unsolved's Facebook page. If you have any information regarding any of the cases you've seen here tonight or on the Facebook page, please don't hesitate to shoot us a message or reach out to the KBI here as well. Anything, Dakota, if you're watching, please reach out as well and let someone know that you're okay.
If you're needing help, you can get a hold of the National Runaway Hotline. You can go to their website, www.1800runaway.org. And I believe their phone number is the same, 1-800-RUNAWAY. You can call them and reach out to them for help if you're needing some help.
Yeah.
And that's the same for Jaden and same for Sylia as well.
Right, yeah.
Definitely.
All right. Well, it's still thundering pretty loud, and I can hear that wind starting to kick up out here. I'm wondering what's going on outside.
It's still pretty quiet here in Salina. So.
Yeah.
From what I see, though, that could change. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's heading right your guys' way. It looks like north and east here.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So everybody, again, share the flyers,
please.
Call them information that you have. You can even, if you want to message it to me, I'll pass it along to the proper law enforcement agencies. I do that frequently. Whatever you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight and listening to the stories of Dakota, Darienne, Sylia, Jaden, and Randy. Again, we can't emphasize it enough. If you have, even just to call and recant the story, maybe, you might pick up something that you missed talking to investigators before. We all understand as a parent or a child, father, son, brother, uncle, grandparent, how difficult it could be to have a missing loved one. So anything at all could help find any of these missing people.
In a case like Randy's, it's been over 30 years, so I'm sure memories have faded, people have moved, and possibly even passed away. So
yeah.
That's why I'm asking anybody that may have been at the party with Randy that night, that may have seen something that they might not have thought was important, to let somebody know, because it may be very important.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. It's important for the families of the missing to know that their loved ones haven't been forgotten either. And if you have any information, even just to recant it, and go that extra mile for the family, it sure makes them feel good.
Sure. And to the Leach family, my heart and prayers go out to you guys, to Darienne's mom and dad. My prayers go out to you guys. I just couldn't imagine, having a child missing for that long and not knowing. Hopefully bringing these cases out will get people talking and information going again.
Yeah. Closure is important, as we said earlier. So, guys, stop by the Facebook page again, Kansas Missing and Unsolved. Share out the flyers, spread them wide, spread them far, and help these people find home.
Yes, please. Thank you. Everybody have a good night. We will see you this coming Tuesday for the next episode of the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. Till then, stay safe and have a good night, and God bless.
Good evening.
Well, I don't think and I thought it, that's different. I said what I said and I meant it, or lamented. Words given weight without thought in a person, the way that I talk and the way that I ought to be able to pause and to say that the fault can be placed on my arms. To display for the song, to disgrace in this arm. Pray for the day they could wait for the calm. You can't control the storm, only weather it, whether it's 5 weeks and 5 days of rain. rain sideways, or scorched earth, search for death, or water left with all the thorns, with the petals gone.